Hi students, in this video we will discuss about the different types of drawing tools and the keyboard shortcuts for using these commands. First of all, let's start with the line command. The line command is basically used to create straight lines. We have to provide the starting point and the end point on the model space like this. As you can see, another line starts from the end point of the previous line. To remove this, either you have to click enter or you have to click escape commands from the keyboard. So this way we can create a straight line, and if you need to create another line, you again have to click on the line command. Here you can specify any point and thus creating more lines in any direction you want and in any angle. And when you have finished with your geometry, then you can either press enter or you can press the escape buttons from your keyboard to escape or clear the screen with that particular command. Now here is your geometry presented in the model space. Now if you want to delete this geometry, then you have to select the geometry using the right button, left button of your mouse, and then press delete on your keyboard. You can use Ctrl Z for the undo command. With this you can always reverse back all your geometry. You can also use the erase tool to delete the lines. Once you select the lines with the erase tool, press enter on your keyboard. You can see the lines that you have selected has been deleted. Now we can compare by using the keyboard delete. It is a lot easier and faster than the tool command. Now let me clear the screen first for the next command, Polyline. Now you can see what is the difference between a line and a polyline. In a line, you can see on the screen, you can draw any geometry using the lines. Say a rectangle I am drawing here right now. Just take a look. And here in Polyline, you can see the same functions that of the line. We can construct any geometry. So what is the basic difference between the line and a polyline? So you can see when you move your mouse on the previous this geometry, see the lines are all an individual entity or individual object. See, all the lines are a separate entity. Now when you move your mouse over the geometry created with the polyline, you see this is a single object, not different object, it is a single object. And when you select any corner or any side of this geometry, you see the whole geometry is selected. Thus we can create a whole 2D shape using the polylines. You can press the escape button on the keyboard to deselect this geometry. And when you click on this the previous geometry using the line command, you see all the individual lines are selected separately, and that is the difference between a line and a polyline. Now let's go to the circle command. Now when you see the circle command, there are few options. There is a drop down list from the command. We can draw a circle, but by determining the center and the radius of the circle, and again we can draw the circle by center and the diameter of the circle. We also can select this 2-point command to draw a circle. We can also likewise select the 3-point method, a tan radius also, and also a tangent and tangent. Let's select the first one, center and radius. As you can see from the command box, they're asking to select the center point of the circle. Just click any point on the workspace for the center of the circle. Let's create the center of the circle. Let's create the circle from this edge of the geometry. And just take a look at the command line. It is asking for the radius of the circle that we are drawing. You can specify the center of the circle, and afterwards when it asks for the radius, you can just click anywhere and specify the radius of the circle. Let's draw another circle. You can click anywhere, here or like that, any point in the model space. And now if you want a circle with a fixed radius, with a specific radius, say 40 units, just specify the center and type 40 on the box. After mentioning the radius, click enter or press enter. Now you can see the radius has been accepted and the circle has been created with the radius of 40. This way we can just conclude the circle geometry. Let me clear the screen first. Similarly, if you want to draw a circle with the center and the diameter, the process is very similar. You need to put the center point of the circle as asked in the command line. You have to mention the diameter of the circle. For example, say put 80 on the diameter of the circle, and you can see a circle with the 80 diameter, 80 units has been drawn. Now we are about to draw another circle with the 2-point method. See, you have been asked to point the center of the circle, or you can specify the first end point of the circle's diameter. So you can choose the second point on any where in this model space. That is another point for the diameter of the circle. Likewise, we can select the end of this rectangle as the another point, the second point for the completing the circle. Let's see. Now we have some other options like 3 points to create the circle. Let's take this shape and we can create by choosing the 3 points of this geometry for drawing the circle. We need to pass the circumference of the circle from all the 3 points selected by us. Now you see the circle has been created and it is passing through all the 3 points selected to form the circle. Moving on to the next command, that is tangent radius. Now you can see a small green highlighted thing, a circle with a tangent. This shows the tangent point that we are about to select. If we click here, and now see the command line, it is asking for the radius of our circle, say 40 units. See, our circle is made, and this circle has a tangent with this line and a tangent with also with this line and a radius of 40 units. So this is the tan radius function we have just learned. Let's delete and move to our next command. Now we have the last option to create a circle, that is 3 tangents. Like we have this line as a tangent, this line as a tangent, and also this line as a tangent. So our circle has been created. What if you want to create a circle in this area? See, we are selecting 3 points here and the circle is made tangent. It has filled all the space in this area and also produced 3 tangents as per our requirement. Again, working on this command, so we are creating another circle with the arc as a tangent and two lines as a tangent. This is a very useful command in the present time geometry. Now we have as completed the circle commands. Now let's move on to the arc commands. We are choosing the first option, there is 3 points for making the arc. By choosing the 3 points, we can just draw the arc as per our requirement. So like this, the arc has been created. Likewise, other arcs can also be created like this, like these 3 points. We can create an arc by these 3 points. Now the second way of creating the arc, the start, center and the end. Let's use this command to draw another arc. See, in the command line, it is asking for the center point of the arc. See, likewise, it is very easy to draw an arc using these commands. There are also other options. We can draw the arc. The next option is start, center and angle. Let's select this point. This is the start, this is the center and the angle. We have to move counterclockwise to increase the angle. You can just type your requirement for the angle, say 90. You can see that the arc is going from here to here like this. Now we have some other options, that is start, center and length. So this point is the start and this is the center, and let's pick a length. Like this, we can select any length as per our requirement to draw the arc. Now there are number of ways you can draw an arc. We are not going in details to every point. We will be just be covering the important ones. Let me clear the screen first. So this way we came to know how we can draw a line, a difference between a line and a polyline. A circle, we can draw the circle with various methods, and we also can draw arcs with various methods. Now let's start drawing the rectangle. As you can see from the command line, they are asking for the first corner point and just specify the other point. Again, likewise, we can draw a number of rectangles with this command, and you can see the rectangle is a whole block, not a single line. Unlike lines and using polylines, using this rectangle command, you can draw the whole rectangle very easily and efficiently. And using the previous two, line and polyline, you have to draw a single line sidewise. That is not an efficient way to draw a rectangle. Now let's move and draw some ellipse or center using the commands like this. Let's use the command axis and the end. Like we have mentioned the first and second point of the axis, and now mention the distance between the axis. Like this, you can create ellipse of any shape. Like this, you can let's try it again for drawing an ellipse. With this way, you can specify any length of axis and difference between the angles axis. You can mention in a specific way. Let's see an example. So example 10. Another way of drawing the ellipse is by choosing the center and then distance between the axis. Now this way we can draw an ellipse. Now the next point, that is elliptical arc. Let's try this command out. And this way we can see that we have concluded the drawing tool Hi students, in this lecture we will discuss about the keyboard shortcuts of various AutoCAD commands. Suppose you need to draw a line but you do not uh, intend to click the line button. So you just type L on the command bar. You will notice various options starting from the letter L. Just select line. On the command bar it is showing that the line command has been activated. From here you can create a line and press enter to repeat the command. Let's do it one more time. Press L, press enter, draw the line and again press enter. Now see, if you want to create a circle, just type C on your keyboard. Like you can see, the circle command is on the command line. Now let's draw another circle. See, it is very easy. Now if you want to draw a polyline, just type P followed by L. See, on the command line you are having P line. PL refers to polyline. Now you can draw the polyline and construct your geometry. To summarize, L for line, C for circle and PL for polyline. Now if you want to construct a rectangle, what is the command? On the command line you just type REC and you will find the rectangle command. Now with this command you can draw multiple rectangles. You just need to type REC on the command line and press enter and construct your geometry. These are shortcuts of some small things. Now we have other shortcuts too, like erase. For the erase command you just have to press E on the command line and press enter. Just select the object you want to erase and press enter. The move, the rotate, the cut, copy commands I will explain later in the videos. These are important commands. The move, the rotate, the cut and the copy. We have separate videos for them. Now again, let's summarize again. L for line, C for circle, REC for rectangle. Now let us draw an arc with the help of command line. The command is ARC, ARC. Just type A and press enter. You can see your command is there, and that is all the not all the some primary shortcuts for the geometries from the keyboard. Hi students. In this video we'll study some other necessary commands that we didn't discuss in the last video from the drawing function. These are polygon and ellipse. First of all, let's start with polygon. uh, when you click on the polygon command, the command, if you look at the command prompt, it will ask you for the number of sides. For example, let it be of 6 sides. Now see, it is asking for the center of polygon. Now you have two choices. So the inscribed in circle, the option 1, it means the polygon will be drawn inside a circle so that all its pointed heads will be on the circumference of the circle. And the second option is circumscribed about the circle. That means the polygon will be outside and the circle will be inside. So we'll be considering the first option, for this case, let's see. Now see, as soon as we select the option, it is asking for the radius of the circle. Say for example, we choose the radius of the circle, say 20 units. Let's do for the another option, that is circumscribed of the circle. The total number of sides, let it be 6. Choose the center of the circle, and next option 2, circumscribed about circle. Now they will ask for the radius of the circle. Say we input here 20. Now you can see from the drawing, from the layouts, that we have the radius same for both the polygons, that is 20, but one is larger in size and another is smaller in size. The first polygon is drawn inside the circle, whereas the second polygon is drawn outside the circle, so that its sides are tangent to the circle. Now let's look if we can draw a circle about and inside the polygons. For this we need to activate the geometric center from the OSnap command. Now drawing the circle, if we select the arc, if you select the radius of 20, see the circle has been drawn. Now if on the second case, if you draw the circle, say R, enter, and the unit is 20, enter, the circle has been formed inside the polygon. So this is the difference between the two drawings. One is inside the circle and another is just outside the circle, and here are the two commands at your screen. With this we just conclude the polygon drawing. Now we can move to the next video for the next drawings. Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss the ellipse command. This is the ellipse command. You need to just click it. As you can see, there are three types or three ways by which you can draw an ellipse. Let's start with the first one, that is center. As you can see in the command bar, it is asking to point the center of the ellipse. You can just point out in the model layout, and now it is asking to mention the end point of the axis. For example, say the end point of the axis be 25 units. Now it just finished the ellipse drawing. Now it is asking the distance between the other axis. For example, just type 10 units to be the distance or gap between the two axes. And now you can see we have completed an ellipse. In short, first we have to select the center of the ellipse, then we have to select or mention the other point of the axis, and finally the gap between the axis. Now let's draw an ellipse with the second option, that is axis and end points. If we start, first we have to mention the first end point, and then we need to mention the other end point of the ellipse. For example, just take the gap between the main gap, say 40 units, and the gap between the other axis, take it as 8 units. Now we have our